Hi everyone, I am Jeanette Ipapo-Tuason, founder and columnist of Chicdriven and owner of Tuason Racing. And we're here to give you your best life in bullet points. So Chinese New Year is just around the corner. And of course, for all of us who follow and practice Feng Shui, even though we're not Chinese, we're always on the lookout on how we can bring in more luck, especially this year, 2021, after such a bad year, 2020. So what can we do for the year of the ox? So I have been practicing Feng Shui for more than 15 years now. And as Dai would say, there's nothing to lose if you practice it, di ba? So today, I brought in my Feng Shui master, the pangbansang Feng Shui, Master Aldric Dalumpines. Hello, Aldric!
Hello, and advance Hei Fat Choy to you and all your listeners.
Thank you, thank
Okay.
you. How are you? How are you?
Doing fine despite the quarantines. Okay.
Okay.
So things have shifted. Most of my feng shui consultations are now online thanks to technology. Okay.
That's good. So for some people who
Mm.
don't know, we started having a relationship with Aldric when we started buying property. Siguro our first house, talagang we had to ask him, tama ba yung pwesto and everything. And sa lahat ng houses and properties na dumaan sa amin and binili namin, kailangan titignan muna siya ni Aldric or else hindi siya bibilhin. Alright. So of
Oh,
course, 'di ba? So matagal na kami magkakilala. So of course, for everybody
oh.
na hindi naman marunong or hindi nagpa-practice ng Feng Shui and are curious, what is Feng Shui ba talaga, Aldric?
Okay. Feng Shui literally means wind and water in English, no? From its literal Chinese translation. But this relates to the science, the ancient Chinese science of harnessing and managing life energies, and the symbolic source of human energy is actually wind and water. Scientifically, if we convert these simple terms, wind and water, wind is equal to air or oxygen, which we breathe, and water, if you notice, the most life-giving substances, these two elements in nature. Oxygen, or the air we breathe, oxidizes our blood, no, and gives life to all our bodily systems, respiratory, circulatory, everything that keeps us alive, just like a car, di ba? Uh, all the machines in our body, the systems, uh, for it to produce energy, must be oxidized. We need oxygen to produce heat and cause the metabolisms in our body.
So, which part of our lives ba talaga na yung super kailangan ng Feng Shui? Is it really business? Is it really love life? O lahat talaga siya?
That's all encompassing. It's this, the whole theory and science of feng shui is like comparable or analogically compared to uh, the primitive computer diskette. Remember the
Okay.
days when we still have the, hindi nyo na inabot siguro yung floppy, yung
Oh yes,
physical,
of course. The
yung
floppy disk.
physical, and then sumunod yung floppy disk. So before you can use your floppy disk, you have to initialize it, right? Program
Yes.
it. Okay. Just like our
Kailangan mo
body, when,
format, DOS format.
yes. So when we were born as a baby, the first thing the doctor does is to slap us in the butt, right? To make the
Yes,
baby
that's right.
cry. And that's
Uh-huh.
to expel all the nasal blockages in our nose so we can
Uh-huh.
start breathing.
Okay.
Once we start breathing, the air surrounding that particular date of birth of ours and time, we imbibe the chi or the life energy in the environment. And when
Oh.
that enters our lungs and initializes our bloodstream with that type of oxygen or chi, they call it chi in Feng
Mm-hmm.
Shui, or in yoga, we call it prana, uh,
Mm-hmm.
we initialize our bodily system adapted to that particular chi. And
Okay.
that's called our Feng Shui. Okay?
Oh.
So it's not different from the belief in Western horoscope. Let's say you were born at the time of the Beatles or Elvis Presley, like our parents, you're influenced by those conditions
That's
because
right.
the energy of the time is initialized into your body and
Okay.
thinking, your mind,
So is that,
body, and spirit.
yeah. So is that
So
why it's
that's,
important the date of birth and the time of birth?
yes. Um,
Oh.
for purposes of initializing, the only the date of birth, the month and year would be very relevant. Okay,
Okay.
so that defines your feng shui, the quality of
Mm-hmm.
your chi. That will forever influence your thinking, your bodily systems, na
Okay.
will make you effortless ease in metabolism or in managing the life energy within your bodily systems. In
Okay.
Tagalog, we call it hiyang. So you're
Yeah.
hiyang. You made hiyang by those energies. And
So, but all the signs are just, they're all the same naman. No one is must unlucky on on a basic level, or
no,
everybody is just lucky.
as we learn, energy
Okay.
travels in vibrations, in waves, and
Okay.
waves, as we learn in physics, they have cycles. So there
Mm-hmm.
are ups and downs. So the ups are
Okay.
called positive energy,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just like biorhythm, and
Uh-huh.
the downs are negative. So there will be years or periods in your life, be it minutes, that you will be lucky or not lucky. That's why there's
Okay.
also what we call a feng shui calendar. But
That's right.
the critical appreciation here will be we recognize energy as vibrations. It travels in waves. And
Mm-hmm.
when we recognize that, each person, uh, based on date of birth, has like radio stations, particular frequency of energy, which we call
Okay.
our chi or our feng shui.
Our feng
So
shui.
there are people who are good or lucky in with south energy, all the eight directions of the compass,
Okay.
east, southeast, north, northwest, the eight directions. These are the pathways of energy, and they're
Okay.
just existing all around us like radio signals, no, or cell phone signals, and it's up to
Okay.
us to pick it up. Now, the purpose of feng shui is to align ourselves, our homes, and our environment so we can pick up our birth life energies, or
Oh,
in
okay.
layman's term, our feng shui that will make us hiyang. And once
Okay.
we are, the real benefit of feng shui now to us is uh, what we call in physical education reaction time.
Mm.
If we're physically fit and hiyang, we react faster. It's like
Okay.
what Bill Gates professes. You can prosper at the speed of thought. Okay, how does it go? Assuming you have a problem confronting you or an opportunity, an investment opportunity, your thinking processes as a human being will have a quicker reaction time. So the
Okay.
quicker you respond to an opportunity or solve a problem, the faster you reach your human goals relative to that
Mm.
problem or opportunity. Okay? Once you reach that, in the dictionary, when you reach a human goal, it's called prosperity. you prosper.
Okay.
Okay? And when you reach your goal, let's say you want a Mercedes Benz, and finally you drive home the Mercedes Benz, people will ascribe to you a typical common adjective. Oh, you're very lucky. You've got a
Lucky.
Benz.
Yeah,
Di ba?
that's right.
So, luck here is just an adjective. Now, in
Okay.
relation to Feng Shui, there's actually no such thing as luck in Feng Shui. Luck is just an
Okay.
adjective. Now, we have to appreciate the etymology or the origin of the word luck. Uh, Luck comes from an Italian word, Lochia. Okay?
Okay.
Lochia is an island called Lochia off the shores of Sicily, Italy.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes this island unique is it was the first free port tax haven in the world.
Okay.
So the medieval merchants, sina Magellan, sina Christopher Columbus, adventurers wanted to stay there because it's tax free. And you
Yes.
know the advantage if you live in a tax free environment, that's a competitive advantage over other normal mortals.
Yeah,
Since you don't pay taxes, you get rich faster.
that's right.
Okay, so
So,
people wanted like to live in Lokia. So
uh-huh.
the description of a typical person who gets rich faster would be like as if he lived in Lokia. He's very
So
lucky. In fact,
lucky. Oh,
the
okay.
the Italian words in terms of names like Lucio, Lucia, they all
Ibig
mean
sabihin,
lucky.
lucky. So,
Mm.
okay. So,
When you say Luke, Saint Luke, it's
lucky rin
lucky.
yun.
Oo.
Okay, so Aldric, let's say for example, no master, let's say for example, some people are saying kasi na sobrang madae masyado. You know, some feng shui there, they would ask people to remove walls and, remove
Okay.
doors. Eh, it's never been
Mm.
in our experience. So, if you're about to start feng shui pa lang, what is usually the first step?
Okay. The first step is, of course, choose the right geomancer or feng shui expert. Okay. After you get a good geomancer, of course, the proper step is like what we did in your experience. You balance your feng shui. You do your feng shui at home and at work, right? Once you set your feng shui in the right, you're comparable to a Wi-Fi. We put that feng shui device in your arrangement, in your surroundings, home and office, sagap mo na yung signal of luck. You're
Of
chic.
course. Okay yan. I
Hiyang
like
ka
that.
na.
So,
So,
going to this year
mm,
tayo, no, Master.
okay.
Last year was really bad, di ba? You know, we had the
Oh
pandemic.
yeah, year of the rat.
So,
Yeah,
what's the
metal rat.
prediction of the year of the metal ox naman? What's the
Okay.
prediction for this year?
The prediction would be since rat and ox, by affinity in the Chinese zodiac, are soulmates or the best of friends. No, in fact, if you're rat person, it's your luckiest year this year because
Okay.
it's your soulmate's year. You will
Okay.
be blessed by the ox. But what will happen this year, since it's also metal rat and metal ox, is going to be more of the same. Okay. However, there will be a little marked improvement in the sense that the trait of the ox compared to the rat will be more hardworking. Okay.
Okay.
You see, the symbol of the ox in Asia is the buffalo, the water buffalo,
Yes.
or in our ordinary terms, the carabao. Okay.
Yes.
So it will be a hardworking year, and because of most businesses were down, even household economics were down in the year of the rat, it takes double the effort this year just to break even or make bawi whatever
Okay.
you lost last year. Okay, so it will be really industrious, hardworking year. That's the challenge for everybody. But the other difference is being Carabaos or ano, they have what we call herd mentality. Okay? And herd mentality is very tribal, and the core of any tribe is the family. Okay?
Okay.
So this year, the nature of things will be largely focused on family.
Family.
Uh,
Okay.
so especially now, you will be so concerned about your family members. You can already see that developments. Why? After a year of challenge of sickness, here comes vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody will be thinking of the welfare of every member of the family in relation to being safe by getting vaccinated or not,
Okay.
all the healthcare possibilities,
Mm-hmm.
no? And of course, because of the pandemic, ECQ, MECQ lockdowns and quarantines, this is where the family stays together, no? Under one roof. Now you cannot even enter your ordinary bedroom if you have a working member of the family there, one of your children, having a
Mm-hmm.
meeting, di ba? Having a meeting online in the other room, your other child is schooling online, you cannot be disturbed. So literally, the bedrooms can become a classroom, the other one an office,
Okay.
and you as the head, you can also have your home office work from home, from the living room or your den
Yeah,
at home, no? So that's the status, but at the end of the day, you look out for each other, no?
that's right.
Uh, Assuring safety na nobody just simply goes out and goes to the mall because they might get
That's
contaminated.
right. So, Aldrich, what do we have to do this year? What is the real lucky color for the year?
Okay, the real lucky color in terms of feng shui, color is white. This is sourced from the fact that the year lucky element is metal, metal ox. Last year it was also metal rat, so it was also white. Now the
Mm-hmm.
best way to use your colors is to accent with white your outfit. If you can go all white all the way, better. For ladies, if you can highlight your hair um, with white, like you can go salt and pepper type, okay. No? Now, there are misconceptions when it comes to lucky color annually. And this is based on fashion merchandising. Now, the fashion
Mm-hmm.
merchandising capital of the world, Paris, they dictate an annual what we call color pantone.
Yeah, but that's
So,
different, right?
yeah, don't follow that.
Okay.
This year,
Don't follow that.
they try to promote yellow and
Yellow
light
and gray.
gray. Okay?
So,
There's a specific reason to that. Because
what is
of
the
the pandemic, people are so depressed.
oh,
And
okay.
the most depressed country in the world is Germany because being an industrial state, a lot of smog, and they're all busy in their work, in the factories. But largely, the depression is caused by their natural climate, whereby sunshine reaches them only around 2 or 3 months a year.
Okay.
So, to counter this psychologically, they paint their buildings bright yellow, smiley, sunny yellow for
Mm-hmm.
cheerfulness, and industrial light gray for to lighten up the stress. So they're adapting this year in terms of fashion to brighten up the
Okay. But
attitudes of people.
so you're saying metal, diba? So
Yeah.
we use also silver and gold, or it's just really white?
The best is white.
Okay, the
Very
best is white.
simple. Oo.
Okay, so
You
what
can,
else do we sorry, yeah, what else do we have to do this year besides wearing white? What is like an
ah,
overall feng
okay.
shui thing for
So you
to make sure we get the signal of the luck for this year?
okay, as I mentioned earlier, you have this time you have to balance with yin and yang, positive and
Okay.
negative. So if there's a lucky color, there are unlucky colors. So
Okay.
avoid the unlucky colors. As I earlier mentioned, red is a very unlucky color. Okay? You can wear red only. Chinese New Year, birthdays, it's okay, temporary. But if you, let's say you have an office and your uniform is red, all the while, as I mentioned, red is a color of fire. It burns metal. It burns luck. So shy
Okay.
away from red, no?
Ano yun yung
Second,
yung mga pots and pans ko red.
hindi, that's okay. That's compatible kasi pots and pans, red, when you cook over fire, it's red to red. Fire over
Okay,
fire,
okay.
that's
So
okay,
that's okay.
compatible. Oo. Ang
Okay.
delikado, like our friends from Toyota, the uniforms of their salespeople, the frontliners in the dealership floor are red. Okay?
Oh,
So let's take this example. How do you counter that? Kasi it's a franchise. It's dictated by head office, di ba?
yeah.
By Toyota Japan. So how do we counter a red uniform? Even if you're a waiter in a restaurant or a bank teller with a red uniform, that's where you can wear the lucky color white as underwear.
As underwear.
The other unlucky colors would be uh, green, no?
Oh, bakit
Why
yun?
green?
Yun yung feng shui color ko, green. So I can't wear it this
Okay,
year.
yeah. The most you can wear your lucky personal color green is up to one third or 33% of your color composition. Okay, so like you can wear a green bag. Uh, Nowadays, it's also fashionable to have a green lipstick or green eyeshadow, diba? So, or even just a green headband. That's
Mhm.
okay. That's not over wanted. Or green shoes, no? Why green is unlucky? It's the color of wood, and metal chops wood.
Okay.
Okay, so if you wear green, your luck will be exhausted by the wood or green color.
Okay. So don't wear
Okay.
red, don't wear green.
As well
What
as
else?
well, just those two. No, the
Okay.
Christmas colors of red and
The
green.
Christmas colors are not
Okay.
good this year. So what are the lucky
Where
signs this year for the year of the ox? What
so
are the
that's
lucky signs?
color lot attraction.
Okay.
Oo. Okay. So those are the interesting icing on the cake for luck attraction. But of course,
Okay.
the most scientific and clinical way to attract luck is to do feng shui in your house
Okay.
and your office.
Who are the lucky signs this year?
Okay. Lucky signs this year, in terms of all signs, we base the real luck on the element of the year. Okay.
Okay.
So the lucky cycle in terms of the elements of the five elements wood, water, fire, earth, and metal, it's a metal year. So what produces metal is earth. We
Okay.
can dig metal or the gold mines out out of the earth, right? So
Mm-hmm.
earth is a lucky element because it's
Okay.
compatible with metal. Now
Mm-hmm.
metal itself is lucky with metal to metal, and
Okay.
metal in feng shui produces water. If you're
Okay.
water element, you're also lucky. So there are three elements that are lucky for this year: uh,
Okay.
earth, metal, and water. Now,
Okay.
whatever your Chinese zodiac is, if these are your elements based on your birthday, you're lucky.
So for the people, for the signs that are lucky, basta they have
Mm-mm.
earth,
Earth,
water, and
oo.
metal.
Oo.
And then yung
Okay.
unlucky will be the fire. Tama
Mm-mm.
ba?
So
The
this is
fire.
just okay. As you in relation to your initial question, if you're a neophyte, where do you start? Now, if you still cannot afford a feng shui master, so the first key I will share with you is to find out your personal feng shui element.
Okay.
Like you, for example, you are year of the snake, right?
Year of the snake.
Yeah, what year? 77?
1977, yes.
Okay, if you're 1977, you're actually a wood snake. Okay,
Okay, so I'm
so you're this year uh, with earth, metal, and water being wood, uh, you will be progressing because you're compatible to earth. Wood grows on
okay.
earth. Okay, then water makes earth grow. Okay,
Okay.
with those two positive factors as against only one negative factor, the metal element chops wood, you're ahead
Okay.
by one element. Okay,
Okay.
so you are entering a very lucky year. Now, to
Oh,
provide your listeners a facility in this, as I mentioned, don't rely on apps to find out your element in the internet
okay.
because most of these are fraudulent and booby
Okay.
trap. Okay. Now, if you want to access, uh, you can add me in Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
Masters Aldric Lock, and PM me, and I will. There's a system there. Well, for a very affordable amount, you can find out uh, your uh, your personal
Element. Element.
element, and also for your
Okay.
family members if you want individual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's one easy step because
Okay.
once you find out your element in feng shui, uh, that's the key to your life.
Okay.
That's your chi. That's your source code. That's your how you were initialized at date of birth.
Okay.
Okay, it determines like you for wood, you will be rich in any business related to wood. And what would be relevant to you as a wood? Anything that deals with paper, because paper is made of wood. So
Okay.
any any back office work, let's say marketing, trading, or advertising, or education, will be very good for you.
So
So
if
like,
you're a metal naman, so if you're a metal sign, how will
oh,
you harness naman
so
your luck this
you go into metal related businesses. So pinaka
year? Okay.
simple for ladies, nag-uumpisa normally yan. Sideline, working girls, di ba? And what do working girls deal with? Jewelry
Mm,
made of metal, di ba? Silver, white gold, gold, okay? So that's one. For male, the most common attraction if you're a metal would really be cars, buying and selling
okay.
cars. And you can
Okay.
enter the whole rigmarole of the car industry. Like you enter the car racing school industry.
Yeah.
That's good. And that's where you were good combination. Let's say if JP were metal and your wood, education, the training aspect of driving to become a racer, uh, like Tuason Racing School, that's good. Okay.
Okay. So if
So,
you're unlucky naman this year, so you said, 'di ba, some if your element's unlucky, what are you supposed to
mm,
do naman?
ito pinaka-basic ano lang, pangontra for luck. Since this, if you're unlucky for the year, the first vulnerable aspect for you is health. Okay?
Okay.
Madali ka magkasakit, you might contract any illness for that matter, not just the pandemic prevailing illness, no? So, the first tip, annually this, you're familiar, it changes, no? And the number one vaccination in feng shui, a tool for illness is the six rod metal chime. Okay,
Okay.
so last year the wind of illness comes from the east. So if you notice, your wind chimes at home is in the east, even in
Okay.
your office. This year you have to transfer it to the north. That's
To
where
the
the bad
north.
wind of illness.
Balikan
Okay.
natin, no? So the unlucky signs for this year are the
Mm.
metal. Sorry, no,
No,
the
no, no.
fire, the
Fire
fire,
and wood.
wood, fire and
Fire and
wood.
wood. Yeah.
So not
Okay.
particular fire and wood, pero no particular zodiac sign. Like
No
rabbit.
particular. Oo. No, no
Okay.
particular road. So it's based on the element talaga. Okay?
So for me, na I'm wood, I have to put a 6 rod chime on the north. And
Oo.
then what if
No.
I want to do something naman for business?
Here's my tip. Uh, Lucky or not, it's imperative generically for all to put
Okay.
a wind chime on the north.
Okay.
If only
Got it.
to insulate yourself from illness.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay. So, I was asking you a while ago. So, a lot of people are putting home offices, no? So, where
Yes.
can I know because our office you even position the desks of our people. So, where do
Yeah.
people should put their desks?
Okay. That's a good question because just like the wind chime, the tip here now is actually in layman's term, we call the tip hugot. Okay? Yeah, yung
Okay.
kumbaga sa basketball, your most valuable player, huhugutin mo to
Okay.
apply, di ba?
Puputin
And
natin.
win the game. Okay, so the hugot this year is generic also. No
Okay.
matter whether you're a student or a parent working from home, the best position is to face northeast. So
Northeast.
the back the other alternative is spreading southwest reversible, no? But the best is the back of your monitor should be northeast. Why? Northeast in Feng Shui is the place for scholarship and
Okay.
concentration. So you'll be able
Okay.
to focus and be more productive and efficient in your work and in your scholar pursuits.
Okay. So, let's say,
Okay.
ito na, magcha-Chinese New Year na. We're having it next week, di ba? So, Aldrich, what do we need to prepare for the
February.
table? Well,
Okay. So let's
what do
put
we need to
the
prepare for
China.
the table?
Okay, let's put the Chinese New Year in perspective first. February 11 is the eve, no? To
Okay.
welcome February 12 Chinese New Year Day. Uh, February 11 in traditional Chinese culture and even Feng Shui culture is called Chinese Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah. So you do your Noche Buena on the eve to welcome Chinese New Year. Uh, why I'm defining the timeline, if you notice, Chinese New Year is celebrated in Asia and all global Chinatowns 2 weeks because they have sequential rituals for every day of the week for
Mm-hmm.
15 days. So from February 12, 15 days up to February 27, that's the real Chinese New Year period. Why I'm
Okay.
mentioning this, this is now relevant in relation to what you prepare in terms of food, lucky foods to attract luck for the year.
Mm-hmm.
So on the eve of the Noche Buena of February 11, the traditional welcoming food will be fruits, symbolic of
Okay.
abundance. So you have one pineapple, the dining table, surrounded by 8 oranges or tangerines,
Okay.
be it pongkan, kiat or
Mm-hmm.
ano, not just any other ordinary apple or round fruits that's sweet. Those are for practices in Western New Year, January 1
Okay.
or December 31. This time, we strictly follow, you just use oranges, no? Why,
Oranges.
oh,
8 oranges.
why, oh, yeah, why 8? Because 8 stands for double prosperity.
Okay.
So, that attracts double prosperity for the year. And a
Yes.
pineapple, when you say pineapple in Chinese, it's called onglai. It means
Mm-hmm.
welcoming prosperity. So combined with the
Okay.
8 oranges, you welcome double
Double
prosperity.
prosperity. Is there something particular that we need to eat? Like I know before sinasabi mo we need to eat oysters, halaan, or
Ah,
shellfish. Is it still
all
comparable this year?
these, yeah. I'll give you a rundown of all the lucky foods.
Okay.
But first of all, the most important thing for December, for February 11 sa salubong is you should have a whole chicken, be it fried
A whole
chicken with the
chicken.
head and the foot, the typical
With the
chicken you
head.
see. Yeah, the typical Chinese preparation you see in Chinese food to goes, di ba? Like roasted duck, it includes the head and the feet.
So
Okay.
roasted duck. Okay.
Oh,
Peking
no,
duck,
not
pwede
roasted.
rin.
That may symbol yan. I will tackle. But for the
Okay.
year, in the year of the metal ox, what's important is a whole chicken. Be it soy chicken, white chicken, or fried chicken, or roasted chicken with the head and the foot. Why?
Okay.
Since this year, emphasis is given to love for family and family unity and protection, it's the chicken that symbolizes that to
Okay.
attract it. Okay?
Okay.
So, then you can complement this depending on your perspective and your meal planning. Here are the lucky foods. Of course, in relation to health, for long life, ang cut noodles. Be it pancit
Okay.
canton, basta hindi pinutol yung ano. You can have
Okay.
spaghetti as long as the noodles are not cut from the packaging. You cook it as
Okay.
is. Okay? For
Okay.
long life. So that's the symbol for long life. And that's why I defined the scope of the time frame Chinese New Year. You can partake of this anytime between February 12 to February 27.
27.
Hindi
Okay.
hindi hindi obligatory you
Okay.
eat it all in one bang in one
Okay.
feast, no? So that's one symbol for long life. You can go
Mm-hmm.
any other noodles, pancit bihon, sotanghon, miswa, as long hindi naputol yung noodles. Okay? So, long life. The other is fidelity and loyalty among couples in terms of love life. That's where Peking duck comes in. Okay?
Peking duck. Okay.
Whatever way it's cooked, five ways, yung the way Chinese table fare restaurants prepare it, or
Okay.
roasted duck. Okay? Just beware, like in Feng Shui, wag lang yung peke. No fake ducks.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. No fake ducks.
uh,
So for business
mm.
naman, what should we eat?
Okay. For prosperity, tatlong seafood ang recommended. The best
Okay.
is the poor man's seashell uh, tahong, no?
Tahong.
Or mussels. Okay? Anyway, it's cooked. Be it a
Okay.
grilled with soup or ano,
Okay. Okay.
brings excellent prosperity.
Okay.
Next
Mussels.
in
And then what
line
else?
is oysters, whatever way it's
Oysters.
prepared. Be it
Okay.
raw, half shell, or Rockefeller, or
Okay.
baked, or oyster cake. That's okay. Third
Okay.
is clam soup or halaan soup. Okay?
Halaan soup. Vongole, pwede
This,
rin.
this is three popular seafoods for what we call the middle market, the middle class,
Okay.
no? Okay.
Okay. Pag high class, pag premium
Pag
class, anong seafood?
uh, premium class, abalone. Okay.
Abalone. Okay.
What's the other one? Yung mga seaweeds na very expensive, like certain Japanese seaweeds or
Okay.
Chinese preparation na seaweeds, no? For the ordinary layman, pwede na yung lato. Di ba? Yung
Okay.
lato seaweed from the market. Okay?
Okay.
So, scallops. Okay? Uh,
Scallops.
high end. Then, other more attractive propositions in Feng Shui would be lobsters because of the claw of the lobsters, even crabs, they attract more business. Okay?
Okay.
Uh, for ordinary, business class or economic class, pwede na yung talangka and alimasag.
Okay.
Although
How about
nowadays,
whole fish? You said
pardon?
before we have to have a whole fish.
Yes, yes. It can be milk fish, bangus, or any whole fish. The most popular, of course, when it comes to Chinese dining table fare would be steamed
Steamed
lapu-lapu
fish.
or sea bass or whatever, no? Depends
Okay.
on what you like, no? Now, the preparation of the whole fish, the head of the fish should point to the breadwinner of the family.
Okay.
Okay? So if you have several breadwinners, you can prepare several whole fish. So sometimes the shortcut is reduce the size. Instead of, let's say,
Okay.
one whole bangus, lapu-lapu, you can go one whole tawilis or ano, as long as
Okay.
it points to all the breadwinners of the family.
Okay.
Okay?
So that's it. We've
So,
covered it for the whole new year. You have to have a
mm-mm,
piña, a
mm-mm,
pineapple, and eight
yeah.
oranges. You need to
Mm-hmm.
have the whole chicken with the head and the feet, and then you need
Yes.
to have the Peking duck,
Oo.
Peking
Then
duck or any
for the sweets and desserts,
duck. Okay.
the more you have dim sum, the shape of the dim sum are like Chinese money, like your
Okay.
siomai, dumplings, okay,
Dumplings.
and anything that rises made of flour or rice. So the
Mhm.
puto, the tikoy, glutinous rice
Puto,
cakes.
tikoy. Yes. Okay.
Yes, so
Okay,
these
so
are all
ulitin ko lang.
good.
So oyster, seafood, three kinds of seafood, the whole fish, pointing to the pointing to the breadwinner, and of course anything that rice and dim sum that looks like
Mm.
Chinese money. So
Oo.
there we
Then
have it.
let's
Yes.
debunk the myths. New Year. You
Okay,
don't
noted.
need to jump because there are Filipino myths that if you jump you will grow taller and
Okay,
your
need
prosperity will get. No need to jump. No need to roll over coins. No need to sprinkle money all over the house. Okay. All
okay.
these are superstitions. Okay.
Okay. So thank you so much, Aldric, for sharing this with
Mhm.
us. No, so where can they find you? You mentioned a while ago a Facebook page. Is there
Yeah.
anywhere else they can connect with you, or sa Facebook lang?
Well, in IG, in Instagram, it's uh, Feng Shui Aldric. Okay. And the best is through Facebook, my Masters Aldric Luck. No? Now,
Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
I,
That's
I,
it?
I, I will not give my cell phone number because it
Okay,
might
no, no, no. Okay na yung sa
go bust.
Facebook.
I
Okay.
mean,
Anyway,
overload.
so thank you so much, Aldric. So,
Mm.
again, we want to thank you for joining us today, and we've learned so
Uh,
many
one,
things.
one
Yes.
last tip. On the
Oh,
day itself of midnight, uh,
Feb 15.
Feb 12, no?
Okay, Feb
11.
12, sorry. Feb
On
11
Chinese New
midnight.
Year's Day,
Okay.
there's a taboo in Chinese Feng Shui. Never
Okay.
greet, be it through text message or call. Never greet from your master's bedroom or your bedroom any good friend. Don't greet them Kong Hei Fat Choy from your early in the morning or midnight from your
Okay.
never from your bedroom because instead of it being a good effect, it will be a curse. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So again,
Mm-mm.
that's good. We know at least we know how to greet people for this coming new year. Thank you so much,
Mm-mm.
Aldrich, for joining
Oh,
us,
thank
and
you also,
we
and
wish you a happy new year.
yeah, advance Kong Hei Fat Choy to everybody.
Bye, Pachay.
Okay. Thank you.
So there we have it. I hope you learned a lot today. So the things that you need to remember is the lucky color, of course, is white. So don't forget to wear white. Also, for Chinese New Year, all you have to don't forget to prepare pineapple, eight oranges, have a whole chicken with the head and feet. If you want to have fidelity and loyalty for your partners, don't forget to serve Peking duck. There's also the three seafoods that you can bring into the table, like oysters, mussels, and clam soup. And of course, don't forget dessert, anything that rises. So puto, tikoy will be good also on your table. So there we have it. So I hope you guys learned a lot of things today. Please don't forget to like and follow us on our social media channels at Chicdriven. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Chicdriven TV, and hit the notification bell
to keep you updated on our latest happenings and tune in to Chic Chats every Thursday at 5:30 p.m. This has been Jeanette Ipapo-Tuason, and we're here to give you your best life in bullet points.